So I started my own business at 44, which is ridiculous.
No, I don't think it is. That's bold.
He's doing it.
Right, you.
Right, see you later.
No.
He's doing it.
Hen, you go behind the camera.
Yeah.
Hen's gonna go behind the camera. We're gonna get Dad on camera, talking business. I've never heard his story of how he started. How he started the business, why he started the business, what he's been up to the last 15 years he's been doing this business. And he's had 2 whiskies because it's Christmas, so hopefully he'll be honest and open. Fingers crossed. Christmas special, me and Dad talking business. Dad's in Sudas, I'm wearing Better Quip. This is Dad's company. Dad, like, what is Better Quip? What do you do?
We basically go into places like restaurants, staff dining, and we design facilities that feed people basically.
You design kitchens and then
either private or public sector type jobs.
Yeah. Boom. So you're a teacher to 30.
Yeah.
Then from 30 to what age?
46 as well.
Wow. So you started the business at 46.
I started Better Quip before, 2004, so I'd have been 44.
Wow. Wow.
So I started my own business at 44, which is ridiculous. I always liked the idea of having my own thing and my own business, but then never having either one, the know-how when I was young, because I was late into business, and 2, what I would do, and 3, the fear of doing it when you're all young.
Yeah.
So all those things went against me in doing it. So, so when I came to do it at 44, I was too late, really. Not too late, but it was late.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
did that scare you though, or were you just like?
Yeah, it did, but I don't know. It's one of those things that you kind of jump. See what happens. Yeah. The night I made my decision, I've probably told you this story. I'm sure I have.
I don't know.
But I was in Italy and I was on a business trip with a customer, and we'd had a lovely meal and we were having a nice drink, and anyway we went to bed. He was quite an inspirational guy. I won't mention his name or anything like that. He was quite an inspirational guy. He was quite a bit older than me, and he was kind of retired and semi-retired and just getting into consultancy, but he was telling me about his career and things he'd missed out on and whatever. I went to bed that night and I was literally picked up the notepad that was at the side of the bed. You know, you get your hotel notepad.
Free one.
I just started scribbling, and I scribbled and I scribbled and I scribbled. I was doing figures and whatever and reasons, and at the end of it, this notepad was full, and I've still got it somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I've still got the notepad. I wish I could find it.
Yeah.
And I made my decision there that night.
Done.
I'm going to do it. I sat down and wrote a business plan, and it looks really professional.
Yeah.
And if I looked at it today, you'd laugh because it's nothing of what we wrote down.
How good is
in
that
business plan?
How good is that?
Actually, there probably are some things in it.
Yeah. Who did you write that for?
Well, I wrote 2. I wrote one for the bank because I thought I needed a bank.
Yeah.
As it happens, I've never used a bank in my life. I've never borrowed a penny.
Wow.
And the other one was for me, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
So I knew what I wanted to do. My main aim was to survive.
Yeah.
And I want, and to be totally truthful, there was a big fear of failure. Not only for me and the family or whatever, but just, it sounds crazy, but even ego, in the industry. Here I am based in Lichfield. My first job was obviously something I'd found out through working for a previous company. I ended up doing a very small job in Hull.
Wow.
It's the first job I ever did. It was a canopy. It was about an extract hood.
Yeah.
It's about $3,000. $3,000 when you're on your own and started. That was decent bit of work business. The first 6 months of Better Quip's life was in an office above.
I remember you'd managed to get an office that made it look like, to new customers coming through, this was almost like your office and showroom.
Well, there was a bit of blag about it, but yeah, I literally moved upstairs.
Yeah.
They let me have an office.
That's amazing.
And so I worked in there just on my own.
And
the first few months, all I did was with a guy. We put a website together because I had nothing else.
So that's first thing you did.
Yeah, it wasn't like I wasn't walking away from Electrolux with loads of customers. I didn't.
Yeah.
From that website, it generated a really good inquiry, and we ended up doing a job in the first year, about $100,000.
Wow, that's big.
It was huge, and a huge worry.
Yeah, because could you deliver it?
Yeah, we did deliver it, and I delivered it. I mean, I was still on my own.
Wow.
I'd built up some network of engineers that I could work with, and I got some decent contacts who could deliver the job. And the same people I'm working with now on installs.
Wow.
And my installation engineers are people that I started working with all that time are still working for me from that first year. And so we delivered this job. It was stressful. It was a big learning curve because I had to learn a lot. I had to learn a lot of new skills.
Yeah.
I was suddenly going from sales director. I was kind of had
passing
a
it on.
project management department and a sales department, and suddenly I was everything.
Yeah.
And everything, from placing the orders with the suppliers to measuring the site to raising the invoices to just everything. I did everything, and then but that one went really well.
Yeah.
And it generated a nice bit of early cash flow for us because we got. That was the worry, was getting paid quickly, but we got paid. And off we went. That was the first job, and then it kind of rolled. Not long after that, I realised that I could not possibly cope on my own anymore. Once I realised it was too much for me, I thought, right, I've got to do something about this now.
And then when you brought that person on, did their business plan change, or was it just
suddenly from that moment?
Yeah.
Well, two things happened then. One, I decided okay, because we'd generated some cash now.
Yeah.
We needed our own premises, so it's crazy, really. We were trying to go on holiday because the one thing, you were all young, and the one thing I really didn't want to give up. I wanted to carry on with our family holidays regardless. So we were going to France on a ferry, and we were going on holiday, and as we were doing that, we just found Tide and I had found our office at the business village. So we made inquiries. We've got the premises, and we said, okay, well, we can move in there, and we went on holiday, and the whole move was done while we were on holiday. Tide managed it, most of it. I think deep down, I always knew that your childhood wouldn't be there forever, so I didn't want to miss out on that. And that was probably, I don't know where I got those views from at that time, but I knew it. And I didn't want to miss out on one. There were times when we were on holidays, in those early days in particular, before Tide came on board, where it was really, that was tough. But then once Tide joined and we got the office set up in UK, and it felt easier then. I'd still have to keep in contact on a regular basis. Yeah. But at least I knew things were being managed properly, and it was okay.
Did you feel like, because I think what's crazy is when we were young, Hen's here by the way, we didn't know what you're doing. We're oblivious. Yeah. We're 10, 8, 6. We're just running around we don't know. So, and also, mum doesn't know, most of your mates don't know. Was it hard? You're basically just doing it on your own, just chugging along and
yeah.
Did you have people to talk to? Did anyone else get it, or was it just kind of you just
not really
just on your own?
No, not really. I'm trying to think. I had no one really who could appreciate what I was having to do. Yeah. Because Mum didn't appreciate it really, because she was alien to her.
She knows you're working hard, but she doesn't.
You can't appreciate what gives you the stress. But then that's the whole beauty of family life, isn't it? You want to forget work. So in some ways you don't want to come home and share all the problems. So I've never really come home and shared problems with any of you really about problems I've had, because I don't want to. I want to forget them. Because I know that I'm the only one who can deal with them. Or my colleagues, you can't sort them out. Maybe there can be some empathy around certain things.
Making you feel better. Yeah. But you still have to be the one to do it.
Yeah. So you kind of just, I've never come home and shared, gone on about things. Yeah. So probably, when you're young, you won't have a clue.
No, but one thing that I would say has affected me, and I'd say you'd agree, is if work and the business is hard or stressful, you can't just, although you can switch off talking about it when you come home, you can't switch that off.
Oh no,
when you're at home, and that will come out in different ways when you're at home.
Yeah.
Either not being there, do you know what I mean? All this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I think's hard.
Yeah. No, you're right. There's times when No, you've probably
You know me.
You've probably seen my behaviours.
Yeah.
Wondering why I'm so cross sometimes, or frustrated, or whatever. And that's what it is. I don't know.
But I
can't remember specific things though. It's all a blur.
Yeah. And does that feel like a long time ago? These little moments of like the office and the first customer and
not really. No, I can't believe where it's gone.
Yeah.
I cannot believe where those years ago. I mean, I've done this business now longer than I've done anything else.
15.
And the joke is, I still feel like I'm actually really a teacher doing something else. I kind of, even now, even though I've been in this industry since 1990, when Gaza was in the World Cup, that's when I kind of got into the industry. To put it into perspective, I still feel like I'm actually really a teacher.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I suppose I know that's not right, but it is weird.
And has there ever been a point where you've wanted to go back to teaching or stop?
No.
Ever a point where you wanted to go back to Electrolux?
There was an opportunity I had about 3 years in. On the hierarchy. Just going on YouTube. And we never got further than that. I never even.
But you didn't want it?
Well, but 3 years in, I was kind of, alright, this is working.
Yeah.
I'm actually earning a living, supporting the family. I'm enjoying the freedom. Well, not free. It's not freedom, but it's you're doing things for the right reasons. You're doing things because you know it's important to you. You know, ultimately, with any business, even I mean, it was still a small business, and ultimately, it could all end tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even now, it is fragile. It's a fragile existence.
Yeah.
And I suppose in some ways, a lot of what you do throughout your business life is clouded by that. Really, you kind of. Yeah, and in many ways, I'm a cautious businessman. So that's probably why. I mean, I always say I haven't grown because I wanted it to be a lifestyle business, which is true. But I've also been quite cautious as well, I think.
How big's the company now? Like how many people?
There's 4 of us.
Just to explain what you mean by a cautious businessman.
I suppose if I wanted to be more aggressive, I'd have gone out and got 2 sales guys, put them on the road, given them cars. But then if you think of the overhead involved with that, we could have had 12 months losing money as a company quite easily.
Yeah.
Even after that time, it might not. So there is a big risk in that. You've got to take, and at 44, starting a business, 45, 46, going up towards 50.
Yeah.
You can't take those big risks. In hindsight, maybe I think, well, maybe I should have taken a few more, but I don't know.
Do you also think it would have been a different business if you'd have started at 30?
Yeah, definitely, because I can remember the feelings I had at 35. I wanted to, I wanted to beat the world.
Yeah.
And that's why I got to be sales director in a short period of time. If you remember, I didn't start in business till I was 29, 30.
And you started on the lowest, one of the sales rep. Yeah.
And I became sales director. So if I'd applied that energy to what I did there, to my own business, the world. But 44 was a bit late.
Yeah.
But I don't regret any of it. I mean, I look, the business we've got is a great little business. It's great, and I enjoyed it. I do still enjoy it. I still get a buzz out of the deal, and the biggest buzz I get is still having a happy customer. People find this weird, but my biggest stress is somebody who's not happy. Somebody who's not happy causes me more stress than worried about the check.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that comes from, because I know there's a lot of people the other way around who couldn't give a toss whether the bloke's happy as long as they get paid.
Yeah.
But I'm not just saying this because I'm being filmed.
No.
My biggest stress comes because I've built up a relationship with somebody, and I get to like them, and then to if something lets them down, it's not me personally. It can be something in the supply chain. It could be anything that can. Yeah, we could make a mistake. So when you do let somebody down, it hurts.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
Yeah. And that still drives you to
but then there's nothing better than somebody who really, when you've delivered it and they really appreciate what you've done, and and you see this finished. I mean, it's no two jobs are the same.
Yeah.
So when you go into a place, you think, oh, we've done that.
Yeah,
Bettergate have done that.
Yeah.
We took us some big jobs.
But I think it's funny because I've been in the office with Dad before, and you're even like the last few years, you're doing drawings and you're out on site doing meetings with customers, with the builders. Then you're doing accounts. Like, you do enjoy all those bits.
I do.
though.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the
I
thing.
suppose you hit the nail on the head. I do enjoy those bits.
Yeah.
And that the hands-on, and particularly with the customers, I like. And I do. Sounds really sad. I do actually enjoy doing accounting.
But that's good.
That's the accounting's the bit that lets you see the reward for everything you're doing. So when you press that button, you go, okay, let's have a look at the P&L, and it comes up and going, you're happy.
Where do you see yourself, and where do you see the business in the next, like,
I would love,
and the rest of your
I would
life?
love for somebody to come in who is the age I should have been, to pick up the reins, and and again, it could have been any of you, including Lucy. I would love somebody to come and pick up the reins and take Betterquip to perhaps a place where it could be.
Mm.
And,
If you're out there,
and yeah, if you're out there,
get in touch.
I'm looking for you.
And on that note, I think we're there. That was so good to just hear. I feel like I've never heard some parts of that story, and like we've never actually done this, so I'm really glad we've done it.
I felt like I haven't told it that well, really. I feel like I haven't told it properly chronologically enough.
What's interesting is more like the lessons, and rather than like the specifics of certain things, it's more like that's how you felt at that time.